Hey you guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be teaching you how to cream contour and highlight. Okay, to prime my face, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Prime Primer. And I will be applying that all over my face with my fingers. And then I'm going in with my Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Snow. And I will be applying that with a damp beauty blender. Now I'm taking my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair, and I will be applying that underneath my eyes, on my chin, on the bridge of my nose, and on my forehead. Okay, and then I'm going to be blending that out with a damp beauty blender as well. And you want to make sure you are using a very light hand doing this. Reason being is beauty blenders naturally take off product, so you don't want, I like really full coverage, so I don't want it taking all of my product off. So yeah, use a light hand whenever you're blending this out, and that goes with anything in my opinion, whenever you're using a beauty blender or a brush perhaps too. Okay, now I'm going in with my Tarteist Pro Glow palette, and I'll be using this a lot in this video. I'm using the cream contour right there, and it's called Shade. And I will be taking my Morphe E16 brush to apply this on my face. I'm applying it on my cheekbones, right down until it meets the corner of my eye, basically. And I like to apply quite a bit of this stuff. Okay, now I'm applying some underneath the lip and on my chin to make my chin way more defined than it is, on my forehead as well. And this honestly helps a lot for my chin because I don't really have that much of a defined chin anyways, so you can tell a big difference, well I can at least, whenever I do this. It does help quite a bit. And I'm also applying that on the bridge of my nose to make it appear more narrow. Okay, now I'm going in with my Morphe M335 brush to blend some of this out. I'm blending it underneath my lip, and I will be blending it on my chin, on my chin as well. I like to go in between this and my beauty blender to blend out the cheeks, because I think the beauty blender does that better for my cheeks. And right here you can just kind of tell, I'll kind of turn my head and you can tell how much more defined my chin or my jawline. I don't know why I keep calling that my chin. That helps really define my jawline. It looks so much better to me. Okay, now here I'm blending that out with my beauty blender. It is damp as well. This just helps the the contour on the cheeks to stay in place more since you're not rubbing it around with a brush. That's why I like patting it in with my blender, my beauty blender. Okay, I'm also going to be taking my beauty blender to blend out my nose contour as well. And you want to kind of work at this for a little bit to make sure that it doesn't go up on more of the bridge of your nose. So you still will have that where you highlighted down the bridge of your nose and you can be able to tell that. And that will give you a more thinner looking nose. Now I'm going back in with that brush to kind of blend that into my hairline on my forehead. I think this works out really well for this type of thing because you don't want a weird line being oh my gosh. You don't want a weird line on your forehead where you can see that you didn't blend it into your hairline. So that's what I'm doing right now, just kind of blending that out, and then I'll go back over it with my beauty blender to make sure there's not a harsh line right across from my forehead. Sorry, I seriously get so tongue twisted trying to talk over this thing. Okay, and I'm just kind of going back in with that brush too, applying a little bit more product on my cheekbones because I like a really defined cheek contour. I like really harsh, I don't know, not harsh lines, but just really defined, I guess. And I'm just kind of blending that in, and I'll go over it with a beauty blender as well. I don't know why, that's just really hard for me to say, beauty blender. My words just feel like they're going together. Now I'm going back in with my Tarte Shape Tape and putting a little bit of that underneath my cheek contour. And this will give it a more defined look. And I'm just blending that in with my beauty blender. But you just want to be careful so you don't bring the Shape Tape up onto your contour, or else it'll look messy. So you want to make sure you're just kind of working at it for a little while to make sure it gives you a really flawless finish. Okay, and to set my entire face, I'm just going to go in with my Kat Von D's translucent setting powder. And I'm going in with her brush as well on the side light. It's a 2N brush, so I'm just applying that all over the face with that. Okay, and now going back in with my Tarteist Pro Glow palette, I'm using the powder contour, and that is called Sculpt. And I'm going back in with that Kat Von D brush, just on the opposite end. That side is called Shade. And I'm just putting a little bit on there and tapping it out. And just going along everywhere that I cream contoured with. This will give it just a little bit more defined look where you went over it with your translucent powder. Okay, I'm actually going in with another brush that Kat Von D has. It's just basically a mini version of the brush I just used. And I'm going in with the side, that might be the side light, I'm not sure, but the one that's not pointed. And I'm just using that to apply the powder contour onto my nose and underneath my lip, just because those are smaller areas and I don't want too much product going everywhere. Okay, I'm also going to go in with Kat Von D's Shade and Light palette in this banana shade, just to put a little bit of this underneath the cheek contour, again, just to define it a little bit better. Okay, and to highlight today, going in again with the Tarteist Pro Glow palette, I'm using the shade Strobe with my Morphe M501 brush and applying that on the cheekbones. I apply it kind of up on the temple so you can see whenever I turn my head, it kind of just glows all around. Okay, I'm also applying that on the bridge of my nose. I love a ton of highlight, you guys. It gives such a glowy look. Obviously, that's what it's for. Okay, and then I'm applying that on my Cupid's bow. And I will just kind of be going back in and applying more and more and more and more. You will be able to see that in a minute. I just love a ton of highlight. Okay, and this is what I'm talking about right here. Look at that. I just love the way that looks whenever you turn your head and it's just glowing up onto the side of your temple. That just looks so good. Okay, and for lips, I'm just going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick. It's a matte lipstick, and it's in the shade Milkshake. And I actually applied some of that highlighter on my collarbones and shoulders as well. Okay, you guys, this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed it today. I applied my mascara off camera, but what I used was my Too Faced Better Than False Lashes mascara. It's seriously the best. But yeah, this is how you cream, contour, and highlight. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up or comment below if you want any more videos. Thanks. Bye, guys.